Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Super Smash Brothers Direct, which is starting in about 7 minutes now. So yeah, I'd like to put out there a few 6 minutes now. One, two last predictions. Um, so I can't believe I didn't put this one in my predictions video. Dixie Kong as Diddy Kong's Echo Fighter. It's too good, too good. How could I have missed that one? And a new mini game mode where they hit basketballs or like soccer balls into goals, but I feel like it's more going to be basketballs into hoops. I just feel like that's a little special idea, but I am definitely thinking that if that Dixie Kong's going to be Diddy Kong's Echo Fighter, there's no way that's not going to happen. Um, so now, what do we do? Just wait. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. So I've talked a lot about what I think is gonna be here. What I hope is gonna be in here is the story slash adventure mode. I know it's not going to happen if it's in here because of my whole maximum hype principle. But seriously, how awesome would that be if it's in here? Like the first thing is like, also we've got a new adventure mode. And just I. Oh my god. ah, that would be interesting. Really would. So I was trying to get Prince of Babylon to be here in this live reaction with me, but he couldn't make it. So yeah, and 4 minutes yet? Yes, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Let's go. Or it's almost starting. Man, wow. What could be in this direct? I mean, if it's like what I said, I mean, I would be sort of disappointed, but then again, I'd be super hyped because I got it correct. So, you know, I wasn't setting myself up with super high expectations, but I'm not setting myself up with low expectations either. They've got to have something to follow the amazing Smash Brothers segment that was E3. And I know E3 was mostly Smash, and there's a lot of people who are like, why do we need another Smash Brothers Direct after we just got one? Well, it's like, come on. I want it. If you don't want it, don't watch it. And I'm sure there'll be like a direct mini at least later this month. That's my prediction. If there's not, then I guess they can be a little bit mad. But it's not that big of a deal if there's going to be like a direct mini. Yep, 3 minutes. And then there's just E. Just I've got to have something to follow up E3. E3 was really great. So let's see what they have to follow it up. Hmm. We got 3 minutes. Huh. Maybe I should have started this a little bit later. Is it 2 minutes yet? Is it 2 minutes? Well, one clock says 2 minutes left, and then my phone clock it says 3 minutes left. So no, 2 minutes left. Let's go. 2 minutes. Ooh. I mean, I'm really excited to just see what happens in this direct. Just like see what happens. I'm so happy that I get to do a live reaction to this, just because I feel like something big's gonna be revealed. Something big on my predictions list is going to be revealed. Like, not super duper big, but like on my predictions list big. So, like, like, like Springman from ARMS big. Like I really wanted to like how that character could work because like his move set I think is not going to be all too impressive, but when you take into account the things you can do with spring arms, man, that'd be great. Ooh, 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Springman's totally gonna be here though. You know, I wonder if we'll have DLC for the game. They better not announce it in here. They have DLC. I would hate that. Hate it when people do day one launch DLC or like talk about DLC. Like if it's a port of a game, then talk about DLC. That's fine. But I mean, this isn't a port. This is a complete new sequel. Port. I mean, there's a whole debate about whether it's a sequel or a port, and it's pretty much a sequel now. But like, there's only a few new content, so it's basically like DLC for the one on Wii U. But man, it looks so much better, and man, the feel of the game feels a whole lot faster, and I love it. Because like the one for Wii U, I really liked that game, but just the way movement works. Oh, it's starting. Castlevania, I believe this is. Ah, there we go, back page 2. I can still tell what's going on there. I really like the cinematics of the game. Like an Echo Fighter? Huh. That's how everyone expected E3 to go. Yep, Castlevania. Yeah. Man, they better have a story mode.
Hello, I'm Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. This is a follow-up to our recent announcements about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Without further ado, the legendary vampire hunter from the Castlevania series, Simon Belmont, is finally joining the roster. He's been given a bit of a makeover. His signature item is, of course, his holy whip, the far-flinging vampire killer. It leaves you open to attack, and it's a bit slow, but I think its average reach during normal attacks is longer than any other fighter's. He can move the whip freely. His special attacks are very recognizable. the axe, cross, holy water,
What is going on with my
and uppercut. While they may seem simple, they are very powerful. And his final smash is called Grand Cross. Simon's stage is none other than Dracula's castle. It's the darkest of stages in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. When an attack hits one of the candlesticks, an item will appear.
Oh, cool.
In this stage, bosses from across the Castlevania series will rear their ugly heads. They make Dracula's castle feel true to the world from whence they came. And when speaking of Castlevania, you can't forget to mention the music. For this stage, we will incorporate 34 music tracks, including new and classic tunes.
What's that?
The Castlevania series is very popular among our music team, and they were excited to work on these arrangements.
What's about music?
Once in a blue moon, Simon's immortal rival will appear. Dracula. Reborn every 100 years, he is eternally fated to wage war against descendants of the Belmont clan. Under what conditions will he appear? Time will tell. Now, for a brand new assist trophy. Alucard, son of Dracula, will lend his steel in battle. He wields the Chrysogrim, transforms into a bat, and dodges attacks by assuming mist form. He's very similar to his starring role in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Like other assist trophies, he's susceptible to attack and KO as well. Nevertheless, he'll prove to be quite challenging. And we have one more fighter for you.
Yeah, it's this guy.
The vampire hunter who starred in classics like Castlevania Rondo of Blood, Richter Belmont, joins the battle. Richter is an Echo fighter based on Simon. Though his strengths are the same, his look, voice, and animations all set him apart. Besides, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate version of Simon can perform moves derived from Richter in his original games, so it's hard to say who's really echoing who. I hope you'll enjoy them both. Farewell! I'd like to introduce two more Echo fighters from completely different series while we're on the topic.
Yes.
Please take a look.
Octoling? No, Fire Emblem. Some people talk about it. I have no idea who he is though. Yikes, I think maybe. Oh, yeah. Come on. Who's that? Is he the last one? Oh. Of course. Look, that throws my stuff out the window.
Chrom and Dark Samus join the battle. You may have seen this coming. Both fighters have been highly requested. They're each slightly different than the fighters they're based on, so pick whoever you enjoy most. As you can see, depending on your settings, you can either display all Echo fighters separately on the fighter select screen or stack them with the fighters they're based on. When stacked, you can switch between them with the press of a button.
I'm gonna display them separately.
This time, we plan to reveal the design of every fighter before the game launches. We'll have a few more to announce later, so stay tuned.
Yes. Stages.
For stages, we're mainly including returning favorites. Allow me to introduce some of the stages we haven't shown before.
Do it. Oh, yeah, that's pretty obvious. We already saw that one. Yeah. Who said he was Cloud's reveal? Ooh. Maybe it was in the doesn't seem like it. Ooh. That's cool. This is on 3DS. We've seen this one. I forget we've seen some of these stages. Well, I really like this one on the weird destination. There we go. Doesn't look as good as last Final Destination. And, oh, the background here is pretty cool. Yeah! Ghost New Donk City! How'd you get down there so fast?
We put a lot of effort into enhancing the look of the stages and rebalancing them as well.
That looks really good.
That said, for stages that originally appeared in the Nintendo 64 game, we prioritized nostalgia, intentionally keeping the classic look. The stage total is turning out to be pretty impressive. Let's compare it to the totals in previous games.
Ooh. 48.
Now the total number of stages is, voila, 103.
Ooh, that's a lot.
We must be crazy. If we exclude Battlefield, Final Destination, and Big Battlefield, we'd have exactly 100. But take a look at the stage select screen. Every stage can also be transformed into both Battlefield and Omega forms, so the total number of stages is actually more than 300. All of these stages can be played in 8-player battles, and they are all available from the beginning. Additionally, you have the option to turn off stage hazards. When you're looking for a change of pace and don't want to be interrupted by hazards, select this option for a less chaotic experience.
No, everyone will play this.
Also, the order of the stages matches the order in which they were introduced in the series,
that's
just
cool.
like the fighters.
That's cool.
Regarding stages, we have a little surprise. Please take a look.
Ooh,
Check that out.
the stage
While playing,
switch mode.
the stage can transform around you. But first, you must select the stage morph option. Then, you can pick 2 stages on the stage select menu. Feel free to choose any stages you like and have fun.
Will they do the same with fighters? My music.
For the player who wants it all, My Music lets you select specific tracks for each stage, and this feature is making a return.
Cool. I'm leaving it on.
Until now, each stage had its own set of music tracks. But this time, the tracks are organized by series instead. For example, as long as you're playing on a stage based on the Legend of Zelda series, you can pick any of the tracks included from that series. Now for the total number of music tracks from stages. This is also ultimate. Oh wow, more than 800 tracks.
That's insane.
And if we count other types of music, like menus and fanfare, then there's actually about 900 compositions. If you played them all in a row, without looping or stopping, there's more than 28 hours worth of music.
Man.
These game franchises are a big part of video game history, and the result is a massive library of memorable music. All of this packed into one game. This, in itself, is extraordinary. Of course, there's a sound test menu as well. For your browsing pleasure, we've sorted all of the tracks by game series. It's like having an album for each series. If a track has no corresponding fighter or stage, or if it's from one title rather than a series, it can be found in the Other section. You can create your own playlists too. Sort them in any order you like, anytime, as much as you want. In handheld mode, you can play music while the screen is turned off. It's kinda like using your Nintendo Switch as a music player.
Well, that is what you're doing.
A huge variety of music has been collected for the game, and you can sample some of these tracks on the official website.
Cool.
We're planning to add selections basically every week, so please stay tuned.
Rules.
Some of you may have experienced the game already, but I'd still like to show you some things about the multiplayer battle rules. Now the first thing you will select is the rules. If you create your own rule set, you can immediately begin playing with those rules at any time.
Stock and timing, yes.
In addition to time battle and stock battle, stamina battle is now treated as one of the standard Smash modes. There's a different feeling of intensity in these battles.
Stamina mode is the amount of HP you have, right? I can't tell because
This time, stage
freaking
selection
internet.
comes before fighter selection. This way, you can pick a fighter based on how well suited they are for the stage. Or let the last battle's loser pick the next stage to even the odds.
Huh.
In sudden death, you not only start with 300% damage, but the camera will steadily zoom in. This creates a nice sense of urgency.
They're making unofficial mode now. Ooh.
Chargeable final smashes are now a selectable option.
Ooh. I'm turning that
During
on.
a match, your final smash meter will fill, and then, once it's maxed out, you can use a weaker final smash. When you apply this option to a match, things can get really flashy. If you're up for a party, please try it out. By the way, no two final smashes will happen simultaneously.
Good. Battle mode.
There are other additions to the battle modes too. We've added in Squad Strike. It's a 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 elimination style battle to decide the winner. Each player will use 5 consecutive fighters in one battle, but it might be fun for multiple players to take turns as well. We're also including tourney mode. Choose the number of players and CPU participants, and the game will automatically structure a tournament bracket. Up to 32 players can join the tournament, so it's great for parties too. We're adding a special Smash mode called Smashdown. After a battle in this mode, the previously selected fighters will no longer be available to use in the next battle, so each player must select a different fighter. It definitely pays off to be skilled with multiple fighters. You could also strategically pick a fighter your opponent is good with before they can. The new training mode will feature an exclusive stage. We've displayed a grid so it's easy to measure distance and more. You can also display launch distance.
Oh, cool.
The red line predicts your trajectory at 0% damage, and the blue line is for 100% damage. The fighter's weight is factored in at the moment of impact. The single-player mode, in which players battle against a series of fighters, will return in the form of Classic mode.
Are they gonna announce story mode at the end of this?
Each fighter has a set series of stages and opponents they will face. Now, let me introduce you to some new items, Pokemon, and assist trophies.
Alright. Ah. That's great. Go low on executor. Okay. Over there. We saw this one. We're showing off a bunch of. Oh, yep, Lunala. Second her. I would take this off over there. Look at you. This is a new Pokemon fighter. Nah. Ditto! Woo.
Back to base!
This is tricky. Hey, cool. Knuckles! Yeah! What about Shadow? We can disprove that Shadow is here. Crystal. Huh! Oh, tap in! Woo! Go tap in! Let's check from Kirby. Hey, it's Kirby's previous Final Smash. Ish. We can't see anymore. There we go. That's fun. Shovel Knight! Woo! Let's go! Too bad he's not a character though. It's pretty cool. The moon? Oh my god. That's great.
All of them can be considered special guests, and another powerful one has just arrived. From the Monster Hunter series,
Hey.
Rathalos swoops in.
Cool, more franchises to add to its growing collection.
He appears as a boss, but he can also show up as an assist trophy. Actually, he's the first character to appear as both.
That scream.
Before we go, I'd like us to take a quick look at the main menu.
What? We're almost done? I guess. That looks nice.
As you can see, there's a mysterious mode here, but we can't talk about that just yet.
Oh.
Also, there's a dashboard on the right side of the screen. This can be accessed at any time by pressing the ZR button.
It's story
Options
mode,
and
isn't
control
it?
descriptions are listed here as well. That's all for today's announcement. The entire development team is putting all of their energy into finishing the game, so please be patient until launch day. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Oh! Yeah! Yeah! The dog's face! Yes! I love the CGI animated cutscenes. They're great. Burn. Yankee rule, let's go! Why is the villains blowing up everything at the final snap? Yeah! Woo! Is it over? Donkey Kong. His face gets me every time. Oh. 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 Ah. There's gonna be more characters. Oh, we're done. Dang. Little less than I was expecting, but that was still awesome. Especially the CGI cutscene. The Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's face. Every time. Oh, okay. King K. Rool being a playable character. That's great. I forget the Samus is like Dark Samus. Yeah, forget that name. But you know, that's pretty cool. Castlevania characters, that's great. Still no ARMS characters. They really should have revealed that. Really should have. Yeah. And we pretty much got solid confirmation of adventure mode. They just did that in such a casual way. It's just like, oh, there's a mode. We can't tell you about that yet. And just, yes. Feels so good to finally have that announced. Man, that cutscene with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong at the end. I'm sorry that my internet was working all weird and stuff, but yeah. So that was a pretty cool. Stage numbers and the music numbers and all the modes and stuff. That was pretty cool. As I was predicting, though. Like, none of the little details worked. But the fact that this direct was going to be basically the calm before the storm, I was right. I was right. Let's go. I was right for once. Both of my previous two predictions were wrong. Like, previous two prediction videos were completely wrong. Like, there's not going to be any Smash. Smash was revealed. It's like, Waluigi is going to be a playable character, and Mario Party, and basically everything. No, only Mario Party. That was pretty much the only thing I got right last time. And pretty much the only thing I've gotten right so far that's not basically the general idea and concept of this direct. Do they really need to make it 30 minutes, though? That's the thing that I'm a little bit conflicted on. If they have a direct mini later this month, then I'll be fine. And I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. I really like the cutscenes. The Castlevania one and the Donkey Kong one were great. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So I think I should end it now. See you all later. Bye.